June 4th, 1946, 2:38 a.m. Marcus Williams' apartment, 135th Street, Harlem. Marcus Williams sat at his kitchen table, staring at a loaded .38 revolver. The gun had cost him $47 at a Bronx pawn shop. Money he didn't have, money he'd scraped together because tonight he'd made a decision. His daughter, Ruby, was dead. 18 years old, murdered, her body dumped in a railroad yard like trash. The police had made him identify her corpse at the morgue, then asked if she'd been involved in prostitution. His Ruby, who wanted to be a teacher, who'd never missed a day of school, who read books every night before bed, and the cop was asking if she was a prostitute. The police report said, colored female, approximately 18 years old. Evidence suggests prostitution-related incident. No suspects, low priority. No investigation, no justice, just a file closed before it even opened. So Marcus bought a gun. He was going to find the men who killed Ruby and kill as many as he could before they killed him. At least he'd die trying. Behind him, from the bedroom, his wife Evelyn was crying, had been crying for 5 hours straight, hadn't stopped since they brought her home from the morgue. Mark. Her voice was so quiet, he almost didn't hear it. He turned. She stood in the bedroom doorway, her face destroyed by grief, hands shaking. Call him, she whispered. Marcus shook his head. No. Mark, please. Evelyn, I'm not calling Bumpy Johnson. I haven't spoken to him in 10 years. He's a gangster, a criminal. I'm not... Police don't care. Evelyn's voice broke, fresh tears streaming down her face. The courts don't care. Nobody in this whole goddamn city cares that our Ruby is dead. Nobody cares that they beat her, that they... She couldn't finish, collapsed against the doorframe, sobbing. Marcus stood, went to his wife, held her while she shook. I won't let them get away with it, Marcus said. I'll find them. You'll die, Evelyn whispered against his chest. You'll take that gun and you'll die, and then I'll have lost both of you, and Ruby's killers will still be walking free. Then what am I supposed to do? Marcus's voice cracked. Tell me, Evelyn, what the hell am I supposed to do? Evelyn pulled back, looked her husband in the eyes. Call him. Call Bumpy. He's the only person in this city with the power to make this right. The only person who'll actually do something. Please, Mark. For Ruby. Marcus stared at his wife for a long moment. Then he looked at the gun on the table, then back at Evelyn. He walked to the phone with shaking hands and dialed a number he'd sworn 10 years ago he'd never call again. A number he'd memorized anyway, just in case, because deep down, Marcus Williams had always known that someday something terrible would happen that the law couldn't fix. And when that day came, there was only one person in Harlem powerful enough to deliver real justice. The phone rang once, twice, 3 times. Then a voice answered, deep, calm, immediately recognizing who was calling even at 2:30 in the morning. Mark? Marcus Williams' voice broke completely. Bump. They killed my Ruby. Silence on the other end, 5 seconds that felt like forever. Then Bumpy Johnson's voice, quiet and cold as a January grave. I'm coming. The line went dead.